police continue to investigate the mysterious mushroom-related deaths in Victoria. As Steph Baumgartel reports, the woman at the centre of the lunch is still a person of interest and is currently seeking legal options.
What I can tell you is that I just can't fathom what has happened. I just can't fathom what has happened.
There's been a pretty insane case going on in the land down under where a woman is getting charged for 3 counts of murder by poisoning with mushrooms. And the details of this case are so wacky that I needed to talk about it. This is our protagonist for the video today. Erin Patterson, mother of 2, and apparently a really bad cook according to her. So the story goes like this. She made dinner for her family, her in-laws and her sister, and it was a beef Wellington. According to her, she thought she put button mushrooms in there, which are these cute little tiny mushrooms that look super edible, super nice, super delicious, right? But oh no, somehow, some way, death cap mushrooms ended up in the picture, which are not so yummy or nice looking or look anything like button mushrooms, and you can tell by basically seeing it that if you get close to it, you're going to die. Which is basically what that mushroom does. The death cap mushroom is the deadliest mushroom on the planet. Side note, it's funny as hell that this is happening in Australia, where everything is the deadliest on the planet. This mushroom has a mortality rate of up to 50%. Even if you live through eating this damn thing, good luck with your kidneys, because they're gonna process so much poisons and toxins that they're not even gonna work anymore. They're just gonna give out and shit out on you. And like I said, this was cooked into a beef Wellington, which is a British cuisine of some sort, which looks like this. I would not eat that because that looks dry as shit. I can see how they wouldn't notice these mushrooms, except for the cook, obviously. She served this up to her in-laws and her sister, but not to her children or herself. Her children and Erin did not eat the beef Wellington, which makes the story even worse because she continuously changes how she got these mushrooms in the first place. So she's already a really bad narrator. At first she was saying that she foraged for them and she thought they were button mushrooms, but they turned out to be death cap mushrooms. One, there's no fucking way. Like, this is what a button mushroom looks like. Again, this is a death cap. You can tell by a glance that you're not supposed to touch this damn thing. And her next story was that she bought them from the store, which is a completely different thing from foraging them. And also, that story makes even less sense because of the amount of laws that would have to be broken by literally everyone involved with that single serving of death cap mushroom. Because that means the store, who was supposed to do their due diligence, sold off some death cap mushrooms. The suppliers of those death cap mushrooms, like, how the did they get those through? And the farmers, how the like, no one farms for death caps, you know? Button mushrooms and death cap mushrooms don't grow the same fucking way. So how did that happen? There's way too many things for that story to even be true. And if that is the actual case, it is a insane coincidence that that is the truth. The only other way she could get these mushrooms is by buying them online from someone shady or directly buying from like some death cap dealer or some shit. And apparently this wasn't the first time that this has happened. According to her ex-husband who has come out, he has said that she has been poisoned by her cooking multiple times, and this is not the first time that she has experimented with poisonous things, also proving more intent. And the fact that her children and herself did not eat this beef Wellington also proved to an extent that there was intent to kill. On top of that, she's also trying to sell off her holiday home for like $1 million, meaning she is trying to lawyer up and trying to get things going, which make things even funnier when you consider all of the articles and all of the interviews that this woman has been on. Even some of the videos that we have of her, you can see her trying to produce crocodile tears. Like, she is just rubbing her eyes till they turn red to try and pretend that like she's actually emotional about it. Somehow, some way, she is not like try to make a plea deal or anything like that. I think she's gonna just stay silent until court happens, but she's not getting out. She's not beating the allegations by any means. Like, that is just not happening. And I think she knows that. And I just want to really drive home the point of how fucking deadly the death cap mushroom is. This mushroom does horrendous things to your body. Like, when you eat it, you don't know for like a good 3 days that you ate a death cap, and then it hits you and starts shutting every single one of your organs down. It is one of the most terrifying mushrooms on the planet, and it doesn't even come close to looking like a button mushroom. The closest mushroom that it looks like is a false death cap, which looks even worse than an actual death cap. According to people who have farmed and like foraged false death caps, it's not even worth it because they taste awful and the risk is just way too fucking much. Only one person that ate the beef Wellington is alive and they're in the hospital. They're dealing with a liver failure and a kidney failure at the moment because of the amount of sheer toxins that they had to go through. And hopefully that man sues and hopefully this woman goes to prison because this is fucking awful, dude. Like, it's such a crazy story. There haven't been a lot of updates, obviously, because it's just so cut and dry. Erin herself has done some pretty wacky things since the story has broke. Not only has she changed her story a lot, not only is she selling her holiday home, and not only is she trying to fake cry in front of the press to make it look like she didn't do anything and she has no idea what's going on.
I just can't believe it. Just can't believe it.
Can you tell us where the mushrooms came from?
Apparently her neighbors, of all people, were the ones that called this in because, according to them, she had a freedom fling the day after this happened, which a freedom fling is like a thing you do before you know you're going to jail. And she's like 45, 50. I don't exactly know what that looks like for her. Maybe she's out here reading Harry Potter or 50 Shades of Grey and drinking wine or some shit, or maybe she's just having an affair. Another possibility for her selling her holiday home is she's trying to get the money to skip Australia, which isn't going to work for her because they will not allow her to fucking leave. If she becomes a fucking flight risk, they're not gonna like the mushroom death cap lady is not getting out. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the video today. If you liked the video, please leave a like, please leave a subscribe, and hey, turn on those notifications if you want to as well, because that would help out a lot. Thank you to my members, Magic and Harley, for all the silly things that these silly goose do, and for helping the channel. Right now, I bet they're eating some very delicious space cuisine somewhere on some fucking sun. Which, hey, you can do that too, by the way, for only $5 a month. And for those $5, you get all the listed things on this list that are listed, which is a pretty good deal. I think so. And I think you think so as well. So you should do it. And hey, if you like this video, please go check out my last video, because I thought it was pretty good, so